Today we're talking about coordinate planes and graphing ordered pairs and mapping points and all this fun stuff and graphs. So the definition is a plane. Ooh, I don't like that. Let's make it thinner. A plane divided into 4 regions used for graphing. So the parts of the plane, we're going to label the origin. So this right here is your origin. These are your quadrants. It is counterclockwise. This is quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Your origin is also the point 0, 0. Let's highlight the x-axis in green. So that's your x-axis. And let's highlight your y-axis in pink. So that's your y-axis. So an ordered pair is a point xy on a graph. So that point xy, you're going to go some way on the x-axis and some on the y. All right, so we're going to identify point A, all these points A through F, and we're going to write the ordered pair and then tell me what quadrant it is in. So here's point A, up in the left-hand side, top left corner of your coordinate plane. So this way is negative. So that ordered pair, I go -3 in the x direction. Then I go up 1, 2, 3, 4 in the y direction. So my ordered pair is -3, 4. And if I look back up here where we labeled our parts of a plane, that is in quadrant 2. B is in the lower right-hand corner. And that is, we go 2 in the x direction and -3 in the y direction. And that is in quadrant 4. C is, you don't go any in the x direction, so you just write 0, and you go up 2. And that's going to be located not in a quadrant, that's just hanging out on your y-axis. Can't spell axis right now. D, you go 1, 2, 3. 3 in the x direction, positive x direction, and up 1, and that is in quadrant 1. Point E is down here in the lower left-hand corner. So you're going to go -2 in the x direction, and down 3 in the y direction, so they're both negative, and that is in quadrant 3. F is all the way over here, hanging out on our x-axis. So we go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the x direction and none in the y direction. And that's just living on your x-axis. So that's how you find the ordered pair and the quadrant of those points. So a discrete graph is a graph of just distinct points, just points. So this, what we named points, is a discrete graph. So an example of this, I'm just going to draw a little coordinate plane here and put some points on it. It doesn't really matter where your points are, I just put some points on it. And continuous graph is a graph connected with lines and curves. So if I wanted to draw an example of that graph, I would do something like that. It doesn't really matter what it looks like yet because we don't know really what it looks like yet, but that's how you would consider that a continuous graph.